I'm the flyest in the room, ask around. I'm a G flying through the city, hitting high speeds. Phasers on my feet.
What's up, guys? I am back with what I think, or for me, and with my quarterbacks, the 5 hardest passes. The 5 hardest passes to throw in football. So coming in at number 5, the 5th hardest pass for my quarterbacks to throw is going to be the drag route. You would think with the drag route it's going to be it's a really easy throw. It's 2 feet in front of you sometimes, close to you, but your wide receiver could be, going 100 miles an hour. And if it's like right in front of you, then it's going to be a very hard pass. Everybody in the stands say, well, why can't he hit the guy running 5 feet in front of him? Well, because he's going as fast as he can. So with that, you're going to need good touch on the football. I see a lot of quarterbacks. There'll be a wide receiver or running back 2 feet in front of them, and they'll throw a fastball at them and wonder why the wide receiver is not catching the ball. So coming in at number 5, the drag route, I feel, is the 5th hardest route to throw. Especially with the drag route, there's different variations of the drag route as well. Anybody on the field, really, other than your running back, can run the drag. It's a great beater of man coverage. So yeah, the drag route is coming in at number 5. The route that I feel is the 4th hardest to throw is going to be the comeback route. The comeback route, usually receiver will run down about 15 yards and then break it to the outside, kind of at like a 45-degree angle to the outside, probably back to 12 yards. The comeback route is one of the hardest routes to throw because you're going to need anticipation. You're going to need a good amount of arm strength to get the ball there, especially if you're on the other hash. That's going to take... It's going to be a really hard ball to throw for you. So yeah, you're going to need a lot of chemistry for this throw too. Yeah, along with the comeback, that's why it's one of the hardest routes to cover for a corner because, you almost got to have, everything's got to almost happen perfectly to complete that comeback route. And the comeback route's probably best against cover 3 because the corner's job is not let anything get behind him. You're running 15 yards down the field. He thinks that you're going deep, and you break it off to the 12, and then that's when the ball is coming. Usually the ball's in the air before the receiver even turns around. So number 4 is going to be the comeback route. Number 3, the 3rd hardest pass I feel is going to be the post. The post route, usually it's 10 yards and then to the field goal post. We tell our guys, it'll depend a lot with our receivers where they're at. Usually if it's cover 2 and they see 2 high safety, they'll try and split those 2 safeties. If it's cover 3, they'll hit the hash, and right when they hit the hash, they're no longer allowed to continue going into the middle of the field. So they'll hit that hash, and then they'll go right up the hash, really trying to attack the seams. So yeah, biggest thing with the post route is identifying coverage. The route itself isn't very hard to throw, but everything that comes with the throw is going to be a little bit more challenging to the quarterback. Number 2 is going to be the fly route. People call it the fly route, the go route, the streak route. Probably one of the most basic routes. Probably one of the easiest routes. We always teach our guys our outside receivers, outside release. With this route, you're going to need accuracy, obviously, arm strength, and you're also going to need that chemistry as well with your receiver. Because you could have a receiver, you can't throw the same ball to a receiver that runs a 4.4 and another receiver that runs, 5 flat. So you're going to need touch on that ball as well. We give our quarterbacks 3 separate speeds of how to throw the ball. One ball is, wide receiver throws a hitch route. You got to get it to him as fast as possible. Always on the outside shoulder as well. 2 ball, we're putting it right over that linebacker. And that's when we do either the goalpost drill or over the rim drill in the gymnasium. Both of those are actually on my page. So the fly route's number 2. For the hardest passes to throw, coming in at number 1, I think the hardest pass to throw is going to be the flag route. Some people call it the flag route, some people call it the corner route. But for the quarterback, the flag route is going to be a little bit harder to throw because you have such a small area to throw it to. That's why a lot of quarterbacks love I love the trash can drill, where you really just kind of put it over the top and put it in the breadbasket for them. But we teach all of our quarterbacks to never aim for spaces, always aim for people. That'll be a normal headshot. But also on the flag route, you got to be very careful because if that corner's playing, cover 3, and then you see that safety, jump another route, and then you're thinking that flag route's going to be wide open, and then they end up that corner's retreating and takes a pass away from you. But you always got to have that touch. You always got to have that ability to put the ball in a spot where only a receiver can get it. And, Baker Mayfield has said it 1,000 times. I've heard 1,000 quarterbacks say it. You can never defend a perfect pass. I don't care what coverage you're in. I don't care what athlete you have on the other side. You will never be able to cover a perfect pass. So that's what every quarterback should strive for. But yeah, those are my top 5 hardest passes for quarterback. Yeah, just be sure you guys like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys. Top 5 passes that are the hardest to throw for quarterbacks. Oh. Bye.